my baby, my Valentine. Can I hit the making with temperature days? If you leave me a good, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Loving the thought of me, I am so obsessed. I want to pull up, never need it. Pull up, make us see you love. Yeah, my love. You make me bad man. I go spend. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now in my con, they carry for my head every night. Now you I want it. No, 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 don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got lucky, no need to. I'm feeling what you're doing, no, yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Your body, they make I see you. Now you where they got my fancy. When they do me, I get funky. Oh, no, 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 no. Why should I be early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it send my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you. Ay, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need to make I look pity. You won't make us enjoy me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body bad can make you for Ghana. Here, dancing for me, baby, pana. Come and give me show.
And a lot of style and a lot of confidence coming off the Kings bus earlier on. We'll see if their performance matches their look. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, TA. As the season rolls on, Brent, how do squads manage to preserve momentum and energy and keep themselves fired up?
Yeah, you got to challenge yourself, Kevin, to try to continue to be consistently good. And I think that's what you're talking about here is a standard with which you play is going to help you continue to get wins because you expect that from one another.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for them. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Huerter, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Here's Fox. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Now Russell. This one for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
D'Angelo needs just a little sliver of space to let that rip.
To the left wing. The wide open look here for Fox. Another miss by Fox. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against Sacramento. Russell from long range. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
Huerter passes to Sabonis. Kicks to Barnes. Out left to the wing. For three, Murray. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Russell's got 9.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. The kick out to Barnes. Sabonis sets the pick for Barnes. The dish to Fox. Gobert knocks it away.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Here's Russell. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Back in 2020, De'Aaron Fox signing a massive extension, Greg. 5 years and $163 million.
Yeah, and Kevin, every NBA hopeful wants that second contract. Credit to De'Aaron for working his tail off and earning every penny of that deal.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Sabonis kicks to Fox. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Even De'Aaron Fox has talked about how he's the fastest player in the league. The cool thing about it is night after night he seems to prove it.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Fox hits them both. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Noel, he's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Clock at 6. Fox hits the jumper in space. Fox has got 6 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
There's McDaniels, and finished by McDaniels.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
The Kings trail by 8. Barnes outside. Fox feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Sabonis. Over in the corner, Barnes. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time.
And it's such a strong part of what Sabonis brings to the game. Quality passing.
Here's Anderson driving inside.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Fox is double. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And the pass to Barnes. Uncovered. And the Kings check on 2 more.
Well, when Harrison Barnes makes shots like that, confidence grows. He's feeling it. Teammates are going to start feeding off of that.
Here's Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
And he makes the first.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
He hits both from the stripe. I know one thing the Kings wanted to focus on this season, and Brent, that was defense.
Well, they're a team that's been at the bottom of the league on the defensive ratings for quite some time. And one way to remain competitive is to bring your defensive intensity on a nightly basis. It's going to be a point of emphasis for this new coaching staff to get these guys on board.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings, trailing by 5. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
Timberwolves have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Sabonis inside. Gobert on him. Whistle blows. And that's going to be a travel. Let's see some of the numbers here for Anthony Edwards.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
Now, here's Sabonis. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. In the corner, Huerter with it. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
For 3.
It's a tie ball game.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Huerter's able to get his feet set that time.
And the shot goes in.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now. Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. In the corner, Murray with it. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
For 3, Edwards drills the 3-pointer. Edwards got 7.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Pass to Huerter. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against a team that shot it well.
Here's Sabonis. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Here's Fox. And no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Edwards. It's not going to go for him. So the Kings will take it the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Time to get up and make some noise for the Minnesota Timberwolves Pacers.
Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Taurean Prince comes in for McDaniels. And it's Austin Rivers in for Edwards. Holmes passes to Davis. Mitchell with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. They get a hand on it. Here's Noel. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And it's Mitchell missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here this summer.
Good. That one on target from Noel.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Rivers. To the wing on the left. Miles with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
It's hauled in by the Kings.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Minnesota leading by 4. And here's Anderson from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Sacramento's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. And here is Monk, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-5 run here. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Kyle Anderson is second, and of course, Keegan Murray.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
The Kings trail by 7. Now, here's Mitchell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's Noel, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Kings shooting it from their comfort zone so far. In this one, 57% from the field. Miles with the screen. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
There's Lyles and the dunk by Lyles.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
17 foul.
And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
First one falls for him.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Now, here's Monk. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
The try by Mitchell. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And Holmes can be a tough cover, especially in that 2-man game.
There's Noel. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Noel's got 8 points.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Lets it go from the wing. Got that bucket. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you, Monk has some bunnies on him. I mean, he leaps up there with ease to throw that one down. The D has got to be a little bit more aware of his athleticism. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Back to Monk. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Anderson with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Anderson's shot is off. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. 11-point game. Out to the wing. From the arc. Shot's good by Lyles. 8 points for him.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rivers finds Reed. Back to Rivers. Over Monk. Rivers can't get it to go. Here's Mitchell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Timberwolves. put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break.
Please give a big round of applause.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
The Kings trail by 8. Sliding into the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Russell in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now here's Murray. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Fox, up and in from the low block. Fox has got 14 points for the game.
De'Aaron Fox having one of those nights where he's feeling it.
Here's Edwards. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now, here's Fox. 29 points for him last game against Minnesota. Sabonis kicks to Fox. Sabonis against Russell. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, Sabonis just cleaning the board, taking care of business. That's just too easy if you're the defense.
Here's Russell. And again, it's Minnesota converting. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank Greg dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? And they could knock down the triple. And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Outside, Sabonis. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox getting some room and getting up.
Timberwolves leading by 6. And here's Edwards from the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Here's Huerter. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Russell, drives to the hoop. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
And Fox gets it to go. Minnesota's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. And that can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report. And the Timberwolves call time. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Rudy Gobert.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Russell from long range. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And he's able to get it back. Minnesota's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Edwards can't hit. The Kings trail by 7. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Fox. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. Kings have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Fox against Russell. Another miss by Fox.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Edwards drives in.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Here's Huerter. 8 points for him. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
With the drive, and finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fox against Russell. Pass to Murray. The 3. Passes it to Huerter. Over to the wing. Here's Okpala. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Prince. 20 points for Anthony Edwards. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. The 9-foot shot, and the jumper falls for him.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota.
Yeah, they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The Kings trail by 8. Huerter passes to Sabonis. Russell against Fox. And it's sent back by Russell. Here's Edwards. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Sacramento also making some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Murray. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Free throw good, Edwards.
And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
Now, here's Sabonis. 23 points for him the last game against Minnesota.
As passing another high point in that game, he made sure it wasn't all about him, only to get his teammates involved.
Rivers, he's checked in for Gobert.
Your Timberwolves, Austin Rivers.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Now when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell's running. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
T-shirts. Get loud if you need a free T-shirt, man.
Timberwolves making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And why don't we take a chance now to see which teams have been the NBA's highest scoring squads this month. Number 1, the Kings.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
For 3, Mitchell. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
3 points.
Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Russell. He takes it in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Russell in complete control that time. Score off of that drive. That's a skill you have to have as a combo guard in this league.
Here's Edwards. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Mitchell.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Huerter passes to Holmes. And here's Davis for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Edwards. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 19. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. A nice shot by Anderson.
Rising up in the mid-range, a shot that this offense is more familiar with.
The pass to Holmes. Pass to Huerter. Off the run, and the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. It's on D'Angelo Russell.
Huerter showed some great progress in his first year, and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
For Sacramento, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Free throw good, Huerter.
Already impressing at a young age. Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. That's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
And Huerter drops them both. Timberwolves leading by 19. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Sacramento's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Holmes with a screen on Anderson. Stolen by Anderson. And it's Rivers, top of the key. It's rebounded by Huerter. The Kings trail by 21. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Huerter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He doesn't hit that one.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And there's Edwards on the assist by Russell. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now, here's Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple.
And although he's bounced around the league, Austin Rivers has been a valuable role player throughout his career.
Well, there's stuff that you rely upon with Austin in terms of being a pesky defender and just his competitive nature. Yeah, he plays a couple of positions, but it's really that, for him to go out and compete, which is something he still does at a high level.
Timeout called by the Kings.
See some awesome dance moves, fans. It's time for the first Avenue Breaker.
Noel, he's checked in for Minnesota. The Kings also at the sub. Monk's checked in. Mitchell outside. Back to Holmes. The shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Anderson outside, over Barnes, and again it's Minnesota converting.
What a confidence-building game this is for Kyle Anderson. He is a skilled scorer.
Mitchell passes to Holmes. Dishes to Davis, looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Noel. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Here's Anderson, and again it's Minnesota.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Kings. Pass to Monk. Back to Mitchell. Outside, Davis. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
He kicks to Barnes. Back to Davis. Mitchell against Rivers. Stolen by Rivers. Plays it up off the glass. Rivers has got his first bucket in this one.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
Barnes finds Mitchell. Holmes setting the big for Mitchell. 13 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
The Kings shooting in the second quarter, 46%. 44 seconds left in the first half of the game. For 3, Mitchell sinks the triple. Key points for him.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
They get the rebound. Reed gets the bucket.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 8. Fires the 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And so it's Minnesota with it. Shot from 16. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. It's Davis on the wing. No good from the wing.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hey everybody, with plenty of action going on right now, let's get you up to date on the latest. It's the Golden State Warriors, and they're in a difficult situation in the third quarter.
Going to be an uphill battle to come back.
And now, looking back on that first half, things were really clicking out there for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Their efficiency on offense jumping off the charts in the first half. They've been focused on getting quality looks, and they're shooting a high percentage because of it.
No question they put themselves in a great position right now.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
The Kings shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Over the last few seasons, the Kings have been near the bottom of the defensive rating. And, GA, that is a problem.
Yeah, I think they've tried to address that a little in the draft, taking Davion Mitchell back in 21. But
It's been a consistent issue in Sacramento.
On the court right now for the Kings, the backcourt pair will be Fox with Huerter. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. And it's Barnes at the small forward position. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. The Kings have made a lot of moves to shake up their roster. De'Aaron Fox says, I think the mood is definitely better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Getting a feel for each other and seeing the chemistry come to fruition is huge. Success isn't always immediate with trades and signings, so we look toward the future. Kevin, back to you.
That's all they can do. Okay, thanks, DA. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Huerter passes to Sabonis. Nobody near Barnes. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Edwards. There's the drive. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Fox after the basket by Minnesota. Lets it go from 11 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converted.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Fox passes to Sabonis. Here's Huerter. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Edwards, that's good.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Huerter passes to Sabonis. He dishes it to Barnes. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
A moment here to see some stats for Anthony Edwards. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 27 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Timberwolves have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 43 points.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
In the corner, Huerter with it. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Edwards tries. There he goes.
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Now here's Huerter. He's got 18. Sabonis finds Fox. Sabonis sets the pick for Fox. Count it from 12. Fox has got 24 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Gobert and slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Passes to Sabonis. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Edwards into the lane. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Prince has checked in for Anderson. The Kings also at the sub. Akbala's checked in. Back to Murray. There's the three. Here's Sabonis. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Sabonis has got 4 points this quarter.
The defense all up in Sabonis' face, but looked automatic.
And again, it's Minnesota.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now, here's Sabonis. 6 points for him. Here's Fox. Nice D from Russell.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Prince. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, good timing on that shot as Prince got himself into a good space before knocking that jumper down.
Now here's Huerter. Edwards defending. Huerter passes to Sabonis. And then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
I think D'Lo has all sorts of confidence when he has that kind of spot in his arsenal.
Outside, Fox. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. Fox has got 27.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Now Huerter, 18 points for him. Cans it from downtown. Huerter's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Kings. Huerter's gotten some big threes tonight, shooting 5 of 8 from deep. And it's Prince penetrating. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 6 points for Prince.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Sabonis feeling it out a bit. And he drives in. Here's Fox. And he lays it straight in. Fox has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, this is when Fox is at his best. Once he gets a step on the defense, you're pretty much going to read the back of that jersey.
Well, the father of Domantas Sabonis, Arvydas, named to the NBA 75 All-European team. Arvydas 7'3" and just so skilled.
Sacramento with the ball. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Fox passes to Sabonis. Kings moving the ball around. Screen by Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. They get it back. Huerter, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's McDaniels. Prince trying to free himself up. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. And Greg, what was it like playing with the 7'3" Arvydas when you were in the NBA together?
Kevin, we had a couple years together in Portland, and I'll tell you what, he was an incredible passer. Really made me a better cutter because he was the first guy I played with that could make all the passes no matter where he was on the floor.
Al Russell following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. And it's Russell missing.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
He had a nice open look right there. Akpala's got his second basket of the night.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Prince. Murray with the defensive effort. And for Sacramento, they're shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Now here's Huerter. McDaniels defending.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Gobert. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Fox has got his 4th rebound in this one. The pass to Akpala. Kicks it to Murray. Outside, Sabonis. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Sabonis has got 6 assists now in the game. The Timberwolves shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. Here's Gobert. Here's Prince. Banked in off the glass. Prince has got 6 here in this quarter.
Taurean Prince not going to give up anything really easy when he's on the floor, especially on the offensive glass.
Sabonis' screen on Russell. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Wednesday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. And then on Friday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build.
He's starting to get into the flow now and the rhythm. This is a dominant offensive performance from D'Lo.
Huerter with it. 21 points in the game. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Gobert can't hit. The Kings shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Huerter kicks to Murray. It's stolen by Gobert. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Prince has got 10. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Now here's McDaniels. He's got 12. Fox against Russell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's McDaniels. He trains the quick shot. McDaniels got 8 here in the quarter.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Here's Huerter. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Now, here's Sabonis. 8 points for him.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now, here's Fox. After Taurean Prince's miss, here's Murray. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. I think many scouts felt Murray was the most NBA-ready of all the draft prospects last year.
He understands what he does well and plays to that. He can control the pace. It's hard for defenders to speed him up, and he gives you versatility at both ends.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, what a summer for Keegan Murray. The 4th overall pick in Preston Summer League looks to be just the type of player the Kings needed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for D'Angelo Russell. And so Murray nails both of them.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Now, here's Mitchell. After the miss from Kyle Anderson, Mitchell passes to Davis. Here's Murray to the middle. Sabonis kicks to Murray. Pass to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And how about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
Here's Noel. Another miss by Minnesota. The Kings shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Mitchell passes to Sabonis. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And the Kings making a change here.
Kings substitution, Trey Lyles.
Seven seconds left to play here in the third. The 19-foot shot. Shot's good by Noel. Noel's got 10. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Naz Reid, and it's Knight in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
On the wing, Monk. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Shot on the wing. That's good on the jump shot.
It's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the knee to shreds.
Pass to Sabonis. The tray. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. The drive by Mitchell. Passes it to Lyles. And here is Monk. Sinks the three-pointer. Monk's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Mitchell outside. There's the triple. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Kings have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. For 3, Mitchell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Here's Rivers. Another miss by Minnesota.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Mitchell outside. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own call. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe grade, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Now, here's Monk. Here's Davis. Takes it off the glass.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Reed misses.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Monk, the pass to Lyles. And he's good on the three ball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Your Timberwolves defense team.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. And Minnesota has possession. Here's Noel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Sacramento. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A 3 ball. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, that's a shot you can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Mitchell wide open. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jacks up a 3. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Holmes.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Even before his regular season debut, Davion Mitchell was grabbing attention.
Well, Davion was named the Co-2021 Summer League MVP. an honor that recognized his promise, but also a showing and signs of what he was going to do when he got into the NBA, and that was wreak havoc defensively on guards who don't like a lot of pressure.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Rumors continue to fly about possible league expansion. Brent, any cities you'd like to see join the league?
Oh man, there's a lot of great options out there, Kevin, but I would like to see the league go to 32 and have 16 in each conference. I think that would be great. And there's a city in the Pacific Northwest that deserves a team, and I think you know where I'm talking about. Seattle.
Both good from the line that time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Rivers. Knight against home. No dice from the high post.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And there's the drive. Shot's good by Lyles. Lyles got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Here's Sacramento. They're on a 14-5 run. Mitchell kicks to Monk. Minnesota with the rebound. Knight's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Over Monk. A shot by Knight, no good.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
For 3, Mitchell buries it from 3-point range.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
From 18 feet away, Prince misses. Kings have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Here's Akpala. There's the dish to Mitchell. He kicks it to Monk. Here's Akpala. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. With social media and the cult celebrity, a lot of pitfalls for players. Brent, is the NBA doing a good job preparing them to face those very public challenges?
It's a really good question, Kevin. And I think what's interesting is to study players who've been in the NBA for a while that are embracing social media versus what you're seeing with younger players who have grown up with social media and how they handle that dynamic coming in. And I think, quite frankly, the younger players are a lot better at doing it than some of the older players.
On the court are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
Applause to your Timberwolves dancers.
Now here's Murray. Knocked away. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Huerter. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
Sacramento.
And a couple years ago, the NBA played with a 72-game schedule. Think the NBA will ever shorten the number of games long-term and go back to that number?
I don't know, Kevin, but this idea of the mid-season tournament seems to be gaining more and more traction, and there's a lot more interest in what it would do to the competitiveness of the middle part of the season. And I think we're all for something like that, where something's on the line, and we see guys elevated in that element. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. The 8-footer. And again, it's Sacramento converted.
Good look from the big man as Holmes gets it to the other guy and not forcing his shot.
Minnesota leading by 20. Edwards with it. And now by Barnes. Edwards. That's good. Edwards got 54 points.
He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Fox passes to Holmes. Holmes sets a screen. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. The Kings making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Huerter with it. He's against Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Offside Fox from outside the arc. Pass to Huerter. Now Barnes. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. McDaniels dishes to Anderson. For Murray. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Sabonis. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Sabonis has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Here's McDaniels, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Fox against Russell. Now Fox pass to Huerter for the 3. The shot comes out. It's Edwards on the wing. He's defended by Huerter. Edwards, that's good.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Now here's Fox. And stolen by Russell. Goes up. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Fox after the basket by Minnesota. A 19-foot shot. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Russell. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Russell sometimes can look so smooth on those jumpers.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
And he makes that one.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
And Russell gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
The Kings shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Russell against Fox. Starting in 2021, referees were instructed to not reward players making overt, abrupt, or abnormal non-basketball moves. What'd you think of that?
Well, there are some guys who play abnormally, Kevin, so what are you going to do about those guys? No, I'm kidding. I think it's a great thing for shooters to try to gain some sort of advantage. With how much advantage offensive players already have, it was getting a little bit out of control.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Anderson. Torian Prince comes in for McDaniels, and it's Rivers in for Edwards. Now, here's Lyles. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, Fox against Russell. From downtown, Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Baseline J on the way. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
That's an encouraging sign there as Prince steps in. Nice rhythm, a confident look there.
Fox is double. He's looking for Lyles and finds him. In the dunk by Lyles.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for D'Angelo Russell.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's Okpala. In the dunk by Lyles.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now, here is Russell. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Russell's got 41.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Russell kicks to Rivers. Back to Russell. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.